Which state of matter has neither definite shape nor definite volume? Gas. Gases are highly compressible because they have negligible intermolecular forces. Which gas law states that volume is directly proportional to temperature at constant pressure? Charles law. Volume is directly proportional to temperature. According to Boyle's law, PV equal to constant at constant temperature. Who proposed the kinetic theory of gases? Bernoulli. Standard temperature pressure refers to 1 atmospheric pressure and 0 degree Celsius, that is 273 Kelvin. Avogadro's law. Equal volumes of all gases under same condition contain equal number of molecules. SI unit of pressure is Pascal. One atmospheric pressure 101.325. Van der Waals equation is used for real gas. In Van der Waals equation, A accounts for attractive force. In Van der Waals equation, B represents volume. Ideal gas equation, PV equal to nRT. Gas constant R equal to 3.814 joule per mole per Kelvin, 0.0821 liter atmosphere per mole per Kelvin. Which law explains the diffusion of gases? Graham's law. Rate of diffusion proportional 1 over root m. The pressure exerted by a gas mixture is governed by Dalton's law. Dalton's law states total pressure sum of the partial pressure. Mean free path, average distance between successive collisions, root mean square velocity formula, root under 3RT over m. Effusion is the escape through a tiny hole. Kinetic energy of gas molecules depends on temperature. Compressibility factor Z equal to PB by nRT for ideal gas, Z equal to 1 for ideal gas. Real gases behave ideally at high temperature and low pressure. Critical temperature is the temperature above which gas cannot be liquefied. Boil temperature is the temperature at which Z equal to 1. Boil temperature is the temperature at which Z equal to 1. Real gases show deviation due to finite molecular volume, intermolecular forces. Which of the following is not an ideal gas assumption? Molecules have finite volume. Which of the following is not an ideal gas assumption? Molecules have finite volume. At STP, standard temperature pressure, 1 mole of gas occupies 22.4 liter. Which molecule has maximum van der Waals constant? A. Helium. Liquefaction of gases is favored by high pressure. The unit of compressive factor Z is the dimensionless. Which gas has the highest rate of diffusion? Hydrogen. Zigzag motion of the gas molecule is called Brownian motion. The temperature scale used in gas laws is Kelvin, which law forms the basis of the ideal gas equation. Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro's law. At constant temperature, V proportional 1 over P, this relation shows Boyle's law. Total kinetic energy of 1 mole of the gas at temperature T, 3 by 2 RT, which is smallest among molecular velocities. Most probable velocity. Unit of van der Waals constant A, liter square atm per mole square. Unit of van der Waals constant B, liter per mole. The ideal gas equation fails at near critical point. Compressibility factor greater than 1 at high pressure indicates repulsive force dominate. Critical pressure is the minimum pressure required to liquefy gas. Which of the following is an ideal gas property? No volume, no attraction. Option C, both A and B. PV graph at constant temperature is called isotherm. Liquefaction of gas is easiest for carbon dioxide. Which gas has least van der Waals constant? A, helium. Or real gas deviates most at low temperature, high pressure. Molecular collisions are assumed to be elastic. Most probable velocity is given by root under 2RT by m. Average velocity of gas molecules formula root under at RT by pi m. Most probable velocity 2RT by m. Average velocity at RT by pi m. Which velocity is greatest? Root mean square velocity. At constant temperature, PV equal to constant graph is hyperbola. Absolute zero temperature corresponds to minus 273 degrees Celsius. That is 0 degrees Celsius. Absolute zero temperature. Option B, minus 273 degrees Celsius. Graham's law explains effusion diffusion. Option B. If temperature decreases, gas volume decreases. Compressibility factor Z less than 1 indicates attractive force. Which gas deviates least from ideal behavior? Helium. Real gases behaves ideally when temperature increases, pressure decreases. Law governing mixing of gases. Dalton's law, root mean square speed depends on temperature. If temperature is double, root mean square speed becomes root over 2 times kinetic energy of 1 mole of ideal gas. Option C, 3 by 2 RT. Van der Waals gas equation, P plus A over B square, B minus B equal to RT. Correct. The constant A is the large for strongly polar gases. The constant B refers to repulsion volume, which law is used for calculating the vapor pressure of liquid solution, Raoult's law. At the same temperature, lighter gases have higher speed. Compressibility factor Z can be greater than 1, less than 1, equal to 1. All of the above. Boil's temperature depends on critical constant. For ideal gas, internal energy depends on temperature only. Joule-Thomson effect is used in liquefaction of gas, which has maximum critical temperature, carbon dioxide. At critical point, liquid gas boundary disappears. Real gas show positive deviation when P dominates. Van der Waals constant B is called co-volume. Liquefaction of gases, Linde's process is based on Joule-Thomson effect. Critical temperature formula at A by surprise RB. Critical temperature formula. Critical pressure formula. A over 27 B square. Critical temperature, critical pressure. Critical volume formula. 3B. Equation state for ideal gas at constant mass. PB constant, P over T constant, D over T constant, all of the above. Latent heat of liquefaction decreases with temperature increases, pressure increases, molecular weight increases, temperature decreases. Temperature decreases. Latent heat of liquefaction decreases. Latent heat of liquefaction decreases, temperature decreases. Gases deviate due to volume and attraction. At absolute zero, kinetic energy becomes zero. Root mean square velocity of O2 is lower than hydrogen because heavier moves slower. Part of molecules between collisions is called mean free part. Mean free part increases with pressure decreases. Total pressure in a mixer is independent of identity of gas. Gas constant R is the universal. Kinetic theory assumes collisions are plastics. Real gas approves ideal behavior at high temperature, low pressure. Graph of volume versus temperature at constant pressure is isobar. Which gas liquefies last on cooling? Helium. Unit of molar volume, liter per mole. Real gas equation was given by Charles law. Van der Waals equation reduced to ideal gas equation when A equal to 0, B equal to 0. Van der Waals equation reduced to ideal gas equation when A equal to 0, B equal to 0. Gas molecules move due to kinetic energy. Transport properties of gases include viscosity, thermal conductivity, diffusion, all of above. Which property increases with temperature? Viscosity of gas, density of gas, pressure of at constant volume, A and C. Viscosity of gas, density of gas. Pressure exerted by a gas molecules on container walls is due to collision. Temperature is a measure of kinetic energy of molecules. Non-ideal behavior is least for helium. Ideal gas compressibility factor equal to 1. Boil's temperature is where gas behaves ideally at low pressure. Second, virial coefficient is 0 at Boil's temperature. Virial equation is for real gas. At very high pressure, real gas compressibility Z is greater than 1. At low pressure, Z for real gas equal to 1. Temperature at which the liquefaction becomes impossible, critical temperature. Joule-Thomson coefficient tells whether the gas heats or cools. Gas cools during the expansion, mu greater than 0. Inversion temperature is the temperature below which the gas cools. Joule expansion is adiabatic and free expansion. Viscosity of gas increases with temperature. Diffusion of rate proportional 1 over root over m. Density of gas is calculated using Pm equal to dRT. Arrangement of gas molecules is disordered. In kinetic theory of collisions are elastic. Real gas compressibility factor is affected by temperature, pressure, intermolecular force. Water vapor is considered a real gas. Virial coefficients are functions of temperature only.